on the con floor, Mr. Alex Brewer. Dude,
I don't know about all that, but
do you want
yeah.
to go get your
Hey, Ryan.
sunglasses?
Yeah, I know. Where are my sunglasses when I need to be a jerk?
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, how you doing?
Dude, I'm doing awesome because I saw maybe one of the best superhero movies in my lifetime.
Ah.
I don't know how everyone else feels. I know some people are feeling underwhelmed, I guess. I've had a couple friends say that they were underwhelmed by it.
Well, it's been very built up, at this point. Everyone is feeling a lot of hype for Superman.
Right.
But I do think it's warranted.
I do too. We will get into that in a little bit because we've got some superhero. We got some Superman news, superhero news. Yeah, of course we do. We got Superman news. We've got some quick comic book Marvel news of an announcement that happened today with Fantastic Four.
Oh.
I also want to talk about some of the today's Mondo reveal as well for San Diego Comic-Con, and then maybe we can answer some questions on how to get it and all that kind of stuff. I've seen a lot of people being confused of where they are able to get such a wonderful, wonderful toy, but we'll get into that. Let's just say it. We'll get into Robin in a little bit as well, which is amazing. But before we get rolling, say a quick howdy to the chat. We got Mr. Video Power Gaming is here.
Oh, thanks, man. That's right. That's too kind.
That's super nice, right? Mr. Stephen Lawrence, who has not watched it yet.
No,
dude, we're gonna be getting into some serious spoilers. Hang on, I'm gonna do this. Whoop.
Nice.
Look at that.
And we'll warn everyone when we start talking about the movie too.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Johnny Disco is here. Yeah, again. Yeah, yes, please come back after you see it. Mr. Johnny Cock is here. Rodney Winch, the Ryan Doell fan club, the Duke Moody Professor of Ricketts, putting her squeeze on the Squeezeway all the way to the Saskatoon Pinkatang, Mr. Bionic Funk. Duke, good seeing you, man. Mr. Highly Articulated, today's winner on Between Two Sentinels. They're not going to the Geek Dad Life after party. I have learned today. Yep, they're not going. Caught Superman last night. Just want to hang out tonight. Absolutely, dude. And we're happy to have you here hanging out. Andrew Gady's Toys. I'm a punk rocker. Yes, I am. Tony Johnson is here. Chad Stewart, the man who's in my will and gets all my toys. Matt Bush is here. Spaceboy G78. Yes, hello, fellow Cat Grant fans. Correct. We are fellow Cat Grant fans. Jack Knight 73. Oh, you saw it twice already. My lights are going bonkers. I think I fried my ring light. So if you see me blinking off and on, that's why.
Mine's kind of going too. What's going on?
Is it the summer heat? Is
there
like
heat? Was there a ring light EMP?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what's happening. But either way, I'm going to have to get some new lights after Comic-Con. They have to do this right before Comic-Con, right? You're like, you want to spend some more money? I'm like, no. I don't. Thanks. King Panther is here. Doel, Alex, anybody there? Seems like a job for Superman.
We were 3 minutes late.
We're 3 minutes late. It's fine. Luis Ballesteros is here. Hola desde Mexico. Between my adventures with Superman and this movie, my love for the character is renewed. We'll get into my adventures as well, because I think there's a lot of similarities with that, with all of it, right? So, Doc O's Collecting is here. William Rodriguez. Chris Bobinski is here. BC DeLorean, another movie, Cars 2. I'm here live. I enjoyed Superman. It was so much fun. I'm a punk rocker. Yes, I am. Topher Khan Young Hummus. I didn't like it. The fact that it wasn't a 4-hour movie. So good. Mr. Terrific show has to happen, please. Yeah, well, dude, Mr. Terrific. Terrific. Yeah. Derek Hoover is here. Marlo Brandon. And Mr. Andy Stutes is here as well. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Dude, next week is a big week. I feel like it's bigger for you than for me. I just get to go to San Diego and I just get to walk around the con floor with Alice and we get to decide what panels we're not going to get into.
And what trading cards to pick up?
And what trade?
Apparently.
Yeah, right. All of that. So it's like, I'm excited, but for you, this is the Alex Brewer and company, right? Because I think Zalul 84, Tomaz, he's going to be there. He announced today, right? Is Tommy Hodges going to be there? Do we know?
Yes. Most of the Mondo crew is visiting at some point during the course of the con, but Hector and Peter will be there the whole time, and I'll be working the Mondo booth during the whole show. So if you're going to San Diego Comic-Con, like, swing on by and say hey.
Yeah. And speaking of like Mondo, one of the key players of Mondo is Mr. Attack Peter. He's got a few things going on at the con. I just want to give him a quick shout out because I believe he's got like an exclusive print happening at the Friday the 13th panel. He has an exclusive Godzilla cover that will be at the IDW 70th anniversary of Godzilla. I don't know if it's the panel or booth signing or whatever, but I know I think at that same signing, the director of Shin Godzilla will also be there. Big things happening, right?
It's crazy.
And then, of course, Attack Peter's going to have just his work there as well. So I'm very excited to see that. Not as excited to see him as I am his work, but it's going to be super, super fun. Hector will be there as well.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy for Hector and Peter for sure. it's going to as big an event as it is for all of us. Like it's going to be a really crazy big event for them.
Right. And I think that's amazing. Also, it's going to be Craig is going to be doing a signing with Troy Benjamin on the book, the visual history of the real Ghostbusters. So he'll be there. I believe it's on Friday at the Dark Horse booth. So anyone who's going, be sure to keep an eye out for that. So that's also very, very exciting. I'm so stoked for Craig. He's got to be just on freaking cloud nine, getting to sign something, being there as like a dude who makes stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Technically Alice and I are too, because we're like professionals, but it's different. It's different.
Well, I mean, next time gotta get a table.
Yeah, next time we'll get a table. We work on cartoons you liked. That's what it will be. It was awesome. And speaking, I just want to give this a shout out too, because San Diego, if you are going, and let's say you want to like party with a bunch of people. All right. We got Toy Tubers Unite at night on the Friday night, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Easton Village Tavern Bowl. Is it expensive? Sure. But do you get a lot with it? Absolutely.
Yeah. Is it worth it? Of course.
Of course. It is worth every damn cent. Dude, open bar? You're going to tell me you're going to go to a party for free only to spend more money on booze than you would have a ticket here? Probably, right?
It's financially irresponsible not to go to this.
I agree, right? I'm pretty sure your banking representative would love to see you show up at this party. Because then, who knows, if you win something, because we're going to have prizes from all sorts of different, like, big deals, right? I believe Mondo is actually one of them. Does it say here? Live panels, right? Video game showdown. He better have that 6-player X-Men game, or I will be mad.
Yeah.
Better be there. All right. And then open bar, got live panels. We got, and there's free food.
And bowling.
Dude, I can't wait.
Forget.
I actually can't wait for the bowling. I'm more.
I don't know if free drinks, Toy Tubers, and bowling really mix. It'll be interesting to see.
I think everyone will be. If you take a look at who's going, it's a pretty respectful crowd.
I mean, I think we might see some Kenner Star Wars figures stuck into the holes of a bowling ball and rolled at pins. You know
what? I didn't to see if it was 5-pin or 10-pin.
Oh,
right.
Or duck pin.
Or no pin.
Pinless.
Pinless. It's pinless bowling. That'll make some people happy, I'm sure. But yeah, no, lots of there's a lot of us going. As you can see, just from this list alone, just everyone here from, Nostalgia on Box, Johnny Hentai, Pixel Dan, Going Around, Dave Wonder, who's been on this show. Actually, I think a majority of the people have been on this show. Or no, maybe not. Maybe I've just streamed with them somewhere else. Regardless,
yeah,
right? I will say they are a friend of the show. And I'm just super excited about this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. And if you can make it, this is going to be worth it. This is going to be worth it.
Yeah, it's going to be super fun.
I'm excited. I'm super excited. I'm actually, it's because I think, dude, just again, because there's so much going on during the week, right? Like there's just that whole, I'm so glad I'm leaving on Sunday.
Yeah, it's going to be exhausting, but it's exciting. And Ryan, is it the first Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con you've been to, or the first in a while?
Yeah, it's it's like the first one like ever, and it's kind of, I'm kind of going because I felt like I got guilt tripped the last 2 years. Like, you gotta go, you gotta be there. It was so much fun. You gotta go. You can be part of my panel, and then Jay didn't even get the panel. So, but because I told everyone last year that I was going this year, all the vendors, especially I would say Hasbro and Mondo, did their jobs accordingly and made their exclusives specifically catered to my tastes. So I feel like everyone did their job except for Jay, right? So again, and I'm curious too. I have no idea what's going to be for prizes at this party as far as I just haven't heard. But
I don't know either.
Man, getting free Mondo, you win Mondo. That probably already like pays for your ticket 3 times.
I'd say it's at least worth checking out.
Absolutely, dude. So good.
Real quick before things move on a little too much, I gotta address this beef with shiny plastic people. To quote Jay, he said he would only buy a Mondo 1/6 figure if it was Robin, and we had to go and make a Robin. Sorry guys. Sorry for being a jerk, shiny plastic people. But
wow, way to go, Alex. Way to ruin someone's July.
That's just how I do.
That's just how you do. I'm not looking forward to having to buy these online while at the convention. I will be honest. I'm not looking forward to doing that, because then I'm going to have to do all these signing ins, and then I'm going to have all these alerts being like, you're on an unsecured thing. Are you sure you want to buy that? And it's just like,
just got to have a refresh on your phone ready to go.
It's bullshit. I'll tell you that right now. I should be able to walk up. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and take all the paint, the whatever. I just said it, but now I can't remember what I said. Okay. Kevin is here from Toying Around, who's also going to be at that party. Remember, it's going to, like we just talked about it, it's going to be awesome. All right. Should we get into some Superman, or do you want to go into Fantastic Four first? Which one would you prefer?
Let's go with Fantastic Four, just in case like anyone wants to dip out before we get into spoiler talk with Superman.
Okay, let's do Fantastic Four. Then actually let's get into let's look at the Robin more on the website.
Okay. Cool.
And then we'll get into some Superman. Okay. Get this ready. Tra-la-la. All right. Sharing. Sweet. So, Marvel, this is probably one of the most ambitious crossovers I've seen since X-Men and Star Trek The Next Generation. This is Gargoyles and the Fantastic Four. Thought this was fan art at first. Like, don't know about you.
And even for fan art, it would be like, where is this coming from? Who thought?
So yeah, who came up with this idea? And why am I kind of into it? I think it's going to be awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, like, I don't. I mean, I didn't know that I wanted it, but apparently I do. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
do you think it was just somebody was like thinking of like Fantastic Four, Gargoyle Man,
Yeah.
Gargoyles,
Oh, do you
Fantastic
think
Four and Gargoyles?
now we know Gargoyle and maybe Dragon Man will be in this too?
Oh, I was thinking of Dragon Man. Sorry,
But there is a
but
character named Gargoyle.
but Gargoyle's an Iron Man villain, right?
Does it matter?
It's
Marvel.
even more. It's even more. The connection is even more tenuous than I thought at first.
Right.
But
This is Torrin Clark's cover.
it's awesome. So it's
Andrew's
so cool.
Andrew's not a fan. Andrew's coming and hating. He's like, what the heck? So, right? Definitely agreed, right? Gargoyles, odd team up. It is odd. Yes. I think that's kind of what makes it fun. But I mean, like, I remember, what was it, 1996, 97? X-Men teamed up with Star Trek The Next Generation. Like, you want to talk about weird crossover.
Yeah.
That
but I mean, like,
less sense.
I could almost see Gargoyles teaming up with the X-Men, because it's like they're both like outcasts and
the Gargoyles was the Disney answer or response to X-Men and Batman animated series.
Right.
So, I think that's also why I could see it. So if they did X-Men 97, Gargoyles 97 team up, like, maybe.
Yeah. It would be cool to like picturing like Fantastic Four in the Gargoyles animation style. I'd watch that show.
Oh,
that would
dude.
I mean, even kind of like, I mean, I'm all ready for like the bright, optimistic, retro Fantastic Four stuff, but a kind of dark, moody, nighttime romantic take on the Fantastic Four, like that could be cool too. So I'm intrigued. Color me intrigued by this.
There's the Peach Momoko cover.
So good, man.
So good.
Look at that Demona.
Come
on.
So, dude, it's like, am I into furries now? Does this count? Is that what this falls under? I don't know.
Well, there's no fur, but we've all seen that transformation sequence from the show. But But the hair is so cool.
The hair's so good. The wings look good too. Like, just how it's all just put together. Again, Peach Momoko does no wrong. I have no idea if she's going to be at San Diego or not. In fact, I'm not even sure how a lot of this works. Because I was looking at the Artist Alley, but then I was like, well, I don't see like other names there that said they were going to be there. So are they signing at their publisher's booth? Is that how that goes? Like, will Marvel artists, like, will Peach Momoko, if she's going, is she signing then at the Marvel booth? And are guys like Jim Lee and Tom King and all those guys, are they all signing at the DC booth? Like, how does that, I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. I don't know.
Well, there's I hopefully like it's all clear on the like app, the San Diego Comic-Con app, where you can kind of it's not.
I tried clicking on the stuff and I was like, I might have to just reach out to like
maybe closer to the con. It'll kind of
I sometimes hate texting artists that I know because it just feels like, am I overstepping boundaries?
Hopefully everyone puts it on their social media, like where they are, and that's they had to do this. It's disturbing.
It's disturbing.
They had to do it. Ben Grimm, a rocky character breaking apart to reveal Goliath underneath.
It's pretty sharp though. Like, this is a beautiful cover. It is weird, and it's kind of like, I don't know if I like that.
I love the way the rocks are kind of like breaking around his wrist. Like, that just kind of feels like that like animated
because that was
quality. It's like he like flexed his wrist and like the last little bit of rubble is flying off.
Right.
It's cool. I can hear this cover.
I can hear the theme song with this cover too.
Which
Mike
one?
Davis, the Gargoyles.
Yeah,
always
Gargoyles. Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah. Mike Davis is asking today, I missed the spoiling. Not yet. We're just going to go over some news stuff before we go get into the spoiling? Should we get into some of these Mondo reveals really quick?
Yeah. Let's do.
Okay, well, I get the link all set up. You tell me things that are happening.
So so we're revealing our San Diego Comic-Con exclusives finally. And so we've all this week we've been revealing exclusives. Today we revealed our 1/6 scale Robin to go with our Batman the Animated Series line. Tomorrow we've got other exclusives to still yet to show off. And yeah, I can't wait for everyone to see what we've got. But yeah, they will be like Robin will be an online exclusive during the show. So it's not going to be in person. And you don't have to worry about waiting in a line at the booth. You just have to make sure that you're on mondoshop.com when it drops and pre-order them. But
I can't find anything on your guys' website. I guess get Josh.
It's let me see. I think if you click on the top of the banner, it says SDCC on Mondo Shop.
Huh. I do not get that.
I'll bring it up.
You might have to be running the show on this one. Maybe they don't want Canadians to have it.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. Sorry, folks.
We're just doing a little bit of search-a-rooning.
I almost hit leave studio when I'm trying to share my screen.
I've had enough of it.
Hopefully it'll let me.
Sure.
Here we go. Yeah. All right, here we are. SDCC releases. So this is if you're trying to find this on your own, on our homepage, which by the way, also plug. So the Winston and Sandman set, the last day to order this is just before noon tomorrow Central Time. That's your last chance to get Sandman. But Winston, the Winston pack with Charles Foster Hearst will still be available. But if you want this essential member of the Ghostbusters Rogues Gallery, he's that season 1 villain that you see, like when you kind of see all the villains together in the containment unit in the Christmas episode. If you want that full Rogues Gallery, Sandman's, I think, essential. But yeah, so the last chance to get him is tomorrow morning. And then if you go up here, click on our SDCC releases, we are revealing our exclusives for Comic-Con. Got this awesome Tom Whalen Superman movie poster. Today we just unveiled Robin. We've got this Mirage colorway of Baxter Stockman. We've got the Godzilla and Hedorah Cherry Blossom glow in the dark set that we revealed on Tuesday. We've got the Peanuts print, and we've got this awesome Absolute Batman poster from Ian Bertram. Look at this.
Hey, and if you are at the Comic-Con and you get this, you can get this signed by Alex Bertram, who will be signing at
Ian Bertram, not
Ian Bertram.
Yeah.
Sorry. What? Yeah, Ian Bertram. He will be there. There's a Absolute panel, I believe, with all of them there. So you might.
It's so cool.
It's so cool.
But and then we've got the Dungeons and Dragons poster. But then we've also got we got a ton of stuff. So and also it's labeled based on the days that it's available. But so we've got our Godzilla poster. This awesome this is the card back for our soft vinyl turtles that Aaron Connolly did. You have all the turtle heroes hanging together in the sewer lair eating pizza.
Yeah,
I love it. Cool. But then this is Frank Quitely did a Superman movie poster with the David Corenswet version of Superman, like coming out through the clouds. You can see a little bit of Metropolis under there. Like, I am so stoked that we got to do this, and I just love Frank Quitely. Obviously, All-Star Superman is like one of the best Superman stories, and here in the movie, obviously drew a lot of inspiration from that comic book, and here's the artist working on the movie. So
I was going to bring this up later, but now seems like the perfect time to do that. So when we left the theater after the movie was done, they were giving out free copies of All-Star Superman #1. So you left the theater and it was like,
them.
Here you
good
go.
For them.
Here you go. And so it has like the movie poster kind of like on there. And then it's got advertisements for like all the DC stuff of like, go pick this up. Here's if you need to know where to like go and find and read this stuff. So it had like all the ads were DC ads. It was all nothing but that.
Dude, DC getting it done. Like it's been, it's only been like what, like 15 years of like solid superhero movies before like the comic book company's like, why don't we give like a free comic at the movie that advertises all our other comics? Like,
right? Like, I think now's like the perfect time. Like now, like I think DC was smart doing this now, and I think they kind of know that people are going to leave this movie
wanting a lot more.
Either wanting more or like feeling good about what they saw. Like I said,
yeah. I mean that in a good way. Like I enjoyed that movie so much. Like, what else do you got? Like, totally.
Yeah. Right. And they got all the stuff in here. Like already they're advertising like Jimmy Olsen in here, Supergirl. Like here's all those essentials readings that we pulled from. Just good stuff. So anyways, I digest.
Smart.
Let's
Very smart. But yeah, I love that poster. And then we got old Robin. So this is our 1/6 scale Batman the Animated Series Robin.
Yeah.
Amazing photography as always by Raul Barrero. But yeah, this was a collaboration between myself and Zelu 1984, Tom Rajkowski, and Brandon Gash did the articulation on him too.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, so it's one of those like team efforts that I think always go into making the product like really great. So
I can't wait to own this.
I can't wait for these to be my hands.
God, I really am not looking forward to having to try to buy these while at the convention, but it's like over my phone, but I'll figure it out. I'm an adult. I can figure it out, but if my shit gets hacked, I'm blaming Mondo's got to pay for it.
But yeah, just keep an eye to our page for more info on when he's got the surprise. This is the like fear of victory head.
Yes. I noticed it right away. I was like, I know where this is from. Hang on, sorry, I just wanted to. There's the very last shot in that of them together. Nice and clear on the white of Batman and Robin.
Oh, Batman and Robin, yeah. So
good. Also the one where he's twirling the boas.
Yeah.
Also so good. This is the Comic-Con exclusive one. Limited edition. Did it say here what it's limited to? Do we know?
It has not been stated.
Okay, so has not been stated. Which is fine. All right. Now, is there going to be a regular edition, or are we waiting for news on that?
I can't say. Yeah, we're stay tuned for news on that.
Stay tuned for more information as the days go by. There is a Mondo panel at 2 p.m. on Friday next week. I'm sure there'll be a lot more news probably about this and other cool things that day as well.
Yeah, we've got a lot of reveals, a lot, like so much stuff coming. So
the the Dick Grayson head. Sorry, I'm not.
Oh yeah, no, I'll go back to.
You clicked on it. We got to talk about it. This is a wonderful portrait. It is so wholesome. It makes me sick. I love it. I think this is great.
Because our Batman has the Bruce Wayne head unmasked, so it's like you got to have both. If you want to have Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne stand in the Batcave with their masks off. Like,
I'm gonna say this: if you ever get around to making the Dick Grayson sweater vest body and the brown suit Bruce Wayne, I'm really hoping they have kind of that extra arms almost where they can do like the stance with like the hands in the pocket.
Oh yeah,
you know, that kind of thing. Like, it's just, and with this too, you have so much to go through before we get to, like everyone in their civvies. But man, to get these two plus a Babs, like a Barbara Gordon, like in her casuals as well. Like, I just think it would be so sharp. And then you put Commissioner Gordon with that. Oh man, dude, it'd be so good. Good.
Gordon would be. I would love to do Commissioner Gordon.
I would love for you to do a Commissioner Gordon as well. Rick Jones throwing up the compliments. You captured the animated hair again, Alex. I don't know how you do it. You did it with real Ghostbusters.
The hair on Robin was really hard because it is designed like it's not designed with 3 dimensions in mind, right? Like, it's so getting it to look right from like as many angles as possible. It was like that was really tricky. But I think it's there. Like, it definitely looks like the model sheet, like from the profile. It looks cool from the front and 3/4. So like I'm very pleased with how that turned out.
Yeah.
And
I like the 2 cape variations as well. Big fan of that.
Yeah. I mean, the DC collectibles version of the figure was so good, and it really, so this was kind of like drawing a lot of inspiration from that, of just like, well, let's take what works about that figure and like make sure that we have that represented. So yeah, that and it's also like it's all in the model sheets in the show, so he can do it. And I sculpted like a hand that's even like that model sheet hand, so you can do the exact pose with the cape draped over one shoulder and is like kind of hand posed, and he's got the serious head, he's got the smiling head, which was iconic to him, and then surprised it, and then that angry Robin's Reckoning. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Robin's Reckoning head. Let's see.
Where is it?
Yeah, this one where he's going after Tony Zuko, and it's like you and your stone cold heart, Batman.
his grief. That's his angry grief face.
Yeah.
That's what that is. It's so good. Dude, this is gorgeous, man. You guys got to be stoked.
Thanks. So, yeah, I'm super happy to finally, he's been a long time request, and so yeah, that will be our exclusive dropped on Wednesday of next week, which is crazy. It's coming up so fast. SDCC is almost here, but yeah, so Wednesday of next week, and then I think that will give people like an opportunity to like make sure you're there probably in the morning, on the site. Like it's before, like it'll be before, I believe, I don't know specifically, but like I believe it'll be you won't have to be in the craziness of Comic-Con yet, but then on the other days, Thursday and Friday, the convention will be in full swing. Saturday. Right. So just, if you're interested in these, if you want more information, like go to mondoshop.com, go to our little SDCC tab at the top, and just make sure you bookmark all these pages and that you're, paying attention to what you want. And more to be revealed. There's going to be a Mondo Toy Talk tomorrow on our YouTube channel. where we'll talk about more stuff. So and get all the details. So, yep, tune in,
please. I'm going to go through the chat here for just one quick second here. We got Mike Davis is asking me, Doell coming in NYCC 2? No. After this, after Japan and San Diego, pretty much what's feeling like back to back. Doell got to save some dough because
not gonna do the grand tour.
I can't do that. I can't afford the grand tour. It is New York City's also very expensive, and I would love to be able to go and do both this year. I'm not YHS where I live in the States, and plane tickets cost $30 to go wherever you want. So little too expensive, but I want to one day, and we'll see. Maybe next year. But also, I'm pretty much spending that flight money on this action figure. So that's kind of what's happening here. Mr. Chad Stewart, he is asking a question that nobody can answer. Is there
it would be awesome though, a Tim Drake figure,
right?
That'd be sick.
I just want to, just because I want to give New Adventures a shout out. I would love to see it eventually.
And this is kind of it's a comic book Tim Drake figure, because that's the comic book Tim Drake costume is what Dick Grayson wears in the show. So.
It is. It's so good. Mr. Michael T, I think they're going to tease Superman the Animated Series at San Diego.
We've said we have it.
Right. Rick Jones, Superman is red hot right now. Yeah, right. Oh, look at this. Ian J, Monsters from Beyond. Feels like it's been forever. Right. Thank you for being here and hanging out. All right, let's get into this. We're going to talk about Superman, and we're going to get into some heavy spoiler territory here. Just because we want to talk about it and we think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Or we know. So here we go. We're going to start talking about it now. Superman came out last week. I went on Thursday. I know there was I found out after the fact that there were even screenings on Wednesday at the IMAX and stuff. And I was was so preoccupied with Fantastic Four. I had no idea. Yes. Giving everyone time to bounce. Right. So peace out, Duke. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Right. Country Boy Niner, Snyder cultists allowed? Absolutely.
But also, it if you haven't seen the movie yet and you're just I don't care if it's spoiled, just go see the movie. Don't let us spoil it for you. I mean, it's not like there's huge spoilers, but it's just a movie like that is it's more fun if you just don't know what's coming. So
yeah, right. Exactly. Here we go.
Yeah.
Say spoiler alert.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's why I'm gonna have the thing scrolling at the bottom, hoping people see it and read it. Because you know what? I do want to talk about this because and kind of because you actually called something in our trailer review.
I spoiled this months ago.
You spoiled this months ago. You did. And what was also kind of funny was I think everything else we got completely wrong. Out of the gate, we were so wrong on everything.
I like to focus more on the stuff I got really right than
I know.
all the things I got wrong.
All right, that's totally fine. But here's a nice little I grabbed a lot of behind the scenes photos that started popping up after the movie came out. So this is your cast. And what a magnificent cast. I thought everyone did a hell of a job. Some characters I wish I got to see a bit more of. Hawk Girl being one of them, but she was great too.
Everyone was so good. So well cast, perfectly cast. And all characters and actors and performances that you just want to see more of. It's this is a great sampler for everything to come, right?
Okay. With that said, Alex, do you have a favorite moment? I'm sure you have more than one, but is there one in particular moment that just stands out where you're yo, that's my people?
I mean, there's so I mean, I kind of to be honest, I kind of feel like I need to see the movie again because there's just so much that I have to like process. But I love his final little speech at the end. I love the ending.
Yeah.
The ending is so good. Like, the final confrontation with Luthor. Like, I love all that. Loved all that.
Here's the one thing that stuck out to me, and this is where I felt, to me, this is Superman the animated series. This is now it officially feels like I'm watching a live action big budget version of that. And it's when Superman gets his ass kicked, more or less. He gets taken away. Nobody knows where he went.
Yeah.
And it's Lois that goes to the Justice Gang to be like, hey, I need help. I need to find this. I need to find Superman.
Yeah.
Right. Regardless of all the shit that came out about him and, all that kind of stuff. I was like, oh, we'll get into that in a second too. We should talk about that little change. But I did love that. Like, it was Lois that went there and she kind of leaves frustrated. And it's Mr. Terrific that comes out because he's smart enough to know.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I loved her. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and also just it's like it's avoiding that, not making Lois Lane like the damsel in distress, but so she's gonna save Superman. Like, Superman is and I always think that these movies do kind of benefit from kind of taking Superman off the board for a minute and showing the world without him. Like, that I think that's always compelling.
And just to see how people react about it, especially when he's down at his what would be at this point his lowest point.
Yeah, not his lowest point, but his lowest point.
Lowest point. And it was great to kind of see that. And then like Hawkgirl not really caring, Guy Gardner being Guy Gardner about it.
Yeah,
Guy Gardner and Superman interacting too. So good.
Yeah. It was the Justice Gang, and this, like, it was very well chosen, the characters, their personalities, because this movie, to me, like, this movie is very much about like, who is Superman. Like, I think that was like the question that James Gunn had going into this, like, who is Superman? Like, how do I find he's the most important character to the DC brand, but like, who is he? How do I find my like in? And by the end of this movie, he's answered that question for himself. He's answered that question for us. He's answered that question for larger DC movies going forward. But in order to show like who Superman is, you have to surround him with characters that show who Superman isn't. It's like, so you have these alternate superheroes who are very un-Superman. They're whether they're kind of cold and calculating, like Mr. Terrific, and just sort of he's the cerebral hero, but he's very detached.
I don't want to hear about your personal issues.
Totally, yeah. He's a little bit of that. It's like the dark side of like a Reed Richards type, where it's like, it's a little too. There's no bedside manner. There's no, they're a hero, yes, but like, do they really care about people? Like, it's debatable. The guys like Guy Gardner, they have the bombast. They're a leader. They're confident. They're a showboat, but like, again, like, kind of a dick. Like Hawkgirl,
kind of.
Like, yeah, a total dick. Hawkgirl, like a warrior, like a fighter, a brawler, a scrapper, but like also doesn't give a shit. Like,
but they also didn't acknowledge that she's also an alien.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, like, but the point being, like, Superman, he's presented as kind of like an outsider to all these other superheroes. He kind of like almost comes off as like a rube, It's just like, oh, okay, kid, like, go stand over there while we take care of this. And he's the most powerful one out of all of them, but he feels almost like a, like one of like the mystery men trying to like, trying to fight, solve the Earth's problems, So yeah, it's interesting.
No, it was awesome. And like, and again, speaking of like Lois Lane going to go rescue him, it's when Mr. Terrific gives Lois his vehicle and is just like, yo, you can take this. And she's like, wait, what? She goes and parks it on the roof of the Daily Planet, of course, in typical comic book fashion. And there's that whole like almost kind of like a Scooby-Doo moment where we're looking at old Scooby-Doo cartoons, not even old Scooby-Doo cartoons, just Scooby-Doo cartoons. You're looking from the front of the Mystery Machine and they're all sitting there. That's what that kind of reminded me of.
I thought this was going to be your favorite moment of the movie, because it's like almost like what you've pitched. It's like the whole Daily Planet staff packed into Mr. Terrific's ship with Lois in the lead and gonna go, do their part of the big, But to me, that was like, when they were coming up the stairwell, I was like, all right, this is the pitch for the Daily Planet TV show.
Yes.
100. I can see it. So like that cat, like Beck Bennett, Cat Grant, like, and then of course Rachel Brosnahan is like the perfect Lois Lane. Like, I will watch that show 100%, like 1,000%.
If they even just did, let's say like a 4-episode series, 45 minutes, like whatever. I know 45 minutes, four episodes. That's still a lot. And I mean, we got it with Penguin, so I don't see why not. But I would love to see just them. Like Superman would have to be in it, of course. Superman works there, but I mean,
Clark Kent,
right? But I would want Clark in there, not just everybody but Clark. But it would just be more Clark than Superman. Also, give me a full episode of Jimmy's personal life. And give me some more of that of this particular Steve Lombardi. Awesome.
It reminded me a lot of the All-Star Superman dynamic. So it's also with Jimmy Olsen being like a total ladies' man, because like that book really plays into that. Like, he's a kind of a geeky guy on a lot of adventures, but like he's as popular as it gets in Metropolis. So.
Yeah, he's like, I'd like to see his like the Instagram account where he has like, 500K followers. That kind
absolutely.
Of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Like he just would. And but I love, like, even Lois like, I don't know how you do it, Jimmy.
Yeah,
right. It's
exactly.
So good. It's so good. And I love how just even like the women that work there give Jimmy like the one eye up, down, right? It's so good. Yeah. It's but again, like I said, like them in the pod, it's so much fun. Steve Lombardi like getting air sick and then just being like, I don't have a chair. Like, oh my god. Like everyone else gets in there.
I feel like you don't cast Beck Bennett in that part unless you have like grander plans for, where this is gonna go.
I would love for them to come out of nowhere and surprise. Even if they did, let's say, okay, I know I asked for like 4 episodes for 45 minutes. Even if they gave us one 45-minute,
special
HBO Max special of Daily Planet, and it's just them and Clark Kent hanging out at the Daily Planet, figuring shit out, because they're doing like the whole like board, like there's this and we can have this, and then they find out, Jimmy, your ex is a genius.
Yeah. And James Gunn did the like Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, so like I could totally see that being where we get more Daily Planet, like just a really funny special with all of them.
Give me more of it. And it's again, this is the one thing I loved about this movie the most. You leave it, you just feel good.
Yeah,
like I felt so happy. This kind of reminded me more of like when we saw Iron Man 1 for the first time, where it's like my life has not changed, but that was really good. And that's in that movie, that's when you first felt a change in superhero movies. And I feel like we're getting that again with this.
Yeah. No, it certainly is. It's like a very modern it's like, it's post Superman, post superhero movie. It's like it is. Everyone is so familiar with the concept and the tropes at this point that like this movie's kind of a new animal, and I am like, I'm surprised that I had such a good time, because it is like, it's a lot, like structurally, pacing wise, plot wise, like it's definitely like kind of unconventional, but it has it where it has it in all the right, it has the right stuff in all the right places, which is like character, entertainment, a kind of like, the movie never loses sight of what it's trying to say. Like having Superman saving squirrels while there's a giant kaiju fight going on, like it brilliant. Like having Superman looking for Crypto when Crypto's taken, like it's like he's got to find his dog. That's the biggest thing on his mind. Like, James Gunn kind of never losing sight of like what he wants to say about Superman, like what he wants to know about Superman. I think kind of is like the North Star of this movie. And so I think it does all kind of land, even though it does seem like a lot of disparate things all happening at what I mean I get, like, I really liked James Gunn's Suicide Squad movie as well.
So
I had kind of the same feeling here, with this movie too, where he just like, he's able to navigate that zone of being so fun that you don't really worry too much about some of the finer details. You love the characters, you love the actors playing those characters. It's really well written, so he's definitely like the secret sauce for this, and I feel like he also manages to kind of rein in maybe some of his stylistic or you can tell that he gets enough of like what he probably personally likes in there without going too far in kind of like the way some other directors tend to kind of overexert their sense of humor or sense of style or things that they want. Like he always feels like he's like very reserved in really keeping the audience in mind, like first and foremost. So
yeah, no, it was super good. Let's go to the chat here for just a hot minute. Let's see if we can get some. A lot of people going twice already, which I think is so awesome. Country Boy Niner, the best live action Lex Luthor I've seen.
Well, it's the Grant Morrison Lex Luthor. Like that's why it's the all-star Superman. Like just his poise, his insanity. His insecurity. I mean, I love the kind of like sibling rivalry dynamic we started to get at the end between Lex
the two
Luthor and Superman. Yeah, like that final scene between the two of them, having it all kind of like culminate to like, and Lex Luthor like breaking down and like being like vulnerable in front of Superman, like Superman breaking through that, like, and realizing that he is just this like broken guy. Like, he's crying in the end, like the whole world hates him. Like, it's great.
Dude, that's part of what makes it feel so good when you got an evil billionaire that's getting arrested and you're just like, this is so therapeutic.
Yeah, for sure.
The Lex Luthor, this is where it gets a very, very like all-star Superman again, because he opens up that dimensional rift, a little pocket dimension.
Yeah.
And what does he put in there? He puts in typewriting monkeys.
Writing mean internet comments.
Yeah, which is just like, now that's the reply, right? Like anytime anyone just starts to rage bait, you can just put a picture of a monkey with a typewriter and be like, that's you.
Yeah, right.
It's so funny. Like that's what he's totally taking a shot at rage baiters, and I am here for it. I loved it.
Yeah.
Also, we get to see that jail that we saw in the trailer, where we were like, oh, I wonder which character that is. Well, we were wrong. We were wrong.
It's all people that Lex Luthor has a petty, vindictive, spite towards. Like, just anyone who ever crossed him, he just disappears them to this, horrible limbo.
Yeah. So he's got ex-girlfriends in there, some news reporters, was it political people? He said that, like there's politicians in there. Just like people must notice all this is connected, right? Like these people are missing. They all come back to Lex, right? Like,
Yeah.
honest, but I guess he's a billionaire. You get like,
yeah, exactly. Like it's
right? What's he
very,
gonna do?
you know, unfortunately, it's like so eerily relevant to our modern day. You know.
Yeah. What did you think of now that we're going into that cell? We'll go from there. What did you think of Metamorpho?
Very cool. I mean, it was different than what I was like. I mean, I don't know. I'm no Metamorpho expert, but what I understand Metamorpho to be was different than this. I you know I picked but you know, and this is cool. I liked him. He's like a regular guy. He's a character with superpowers, but he's not like heroic, but he feels horrible that he's being used to, you know, to basically be party to this like evil plan. And you know, his baby is being held hostage, so like what is he going to do? But to see how broken up he is about his role in this, you know, is what a picture. The true stars of the show. Crypto, the dog inspiration for Crypto, and you know, Lois Lane and David Cornsweet.
Country Boy Niner again, right? Guy Gardner talking to Lois Lane about who Clark Kent is was hilarious. Yeah. That was good. Chris Bobinski looking forward to Lanterns, which has apparently wrapped.
Cool.
I also read that they're fast forwarding Wonder Woman because of this movie.
Nice.
Right.
I'm very into the whole we'll wait till the script is ready.
Oh, same
mentality. Because this movie, like, it stuck the landing, I think, because clearly like time was spent on the script. Time was spent considering what they wanted to say, you know, and I think it all like works because of that.
And the ending didn't feel rushed at all. Like the movie was still like under 2 hours, like just at 2 hours.
Yeah, it flies by, no pun intended.
Yeah, and we've watched movies that are like almost 3 hours where the third act feels like they rushed it out the door. And yeah. I feel like you said pacing, like the pacing of this movie works. And like even everything tying back is, again, hang on, someone brought it up. Mike Davis was bringing up the fight scene with Mr. Terrific. And then, oh my gosh, where is it? Oh, right here. Marlo Brandon, Crypto spotting Mr. Terrific's circles, as Lois Lane calls them in the Pocket Universe, killed me.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's things like that where it's just like you know, it all tied, all that coming after the circles all came back to the end. And it's funny because it's like until Superman whistles from getting it, because he's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
From the time he whistles and all of a sudden you see the drones that are following him, it just all of a sudden it clicks. You're like, of course, brilliant. Right.
Yeah.
Like this is so good.
Yeah.
So again, like you said, Crypto, absolute scene stealer on this. He's so much fun. Just even when he's just like tearing through the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah. Just the idea that Superman is pet sitting for his cousin.
Also hilarious. We'll get to that in a hot minute. Yeah.
Pet sitting her out of control dog. Like, it's great.
Right. It was and just to go back to Lex Luthor for a minute, Jack Knight 73. It was great to see a corporate business Luthor as well as a mad scientist side with things like the monkeys and the petty grudges. Agreed. Yeah, it was a great balance of both of those. This is something that we brought up as well, or not you, when you called it with Ultraman being, you said, well, maybe Ultraman's a clone. Take us through your
he was part of it was that he's like the exact same like height and body type as Superman. So there are definitely like parallels, but yeah, I mean, because I know that like in the John Byrne comic run and also the animated series, like Bizarro is a clone created by Lex Luthor of Superman that degrades and breaks apart, and he's only Superman in body, right, not in mind or spirit.
Right.
So yeah, I just had I thought that was something that, because like, and also because his face is hidden, like clearly that's a mystery, and so yeah, so in this it's revealed that Ultraman is a clone of Superman created by Luthor that he's using as essentially like a meat puppet, which I thought was brilliant, because it's like, of course, Lex Luthor underestimates the thing that actually makes Superman Superman. He's all fixated on the powers and the abilities, and he thinks, yeah, just give me that body and give me those capabilities, and like I can beat Superman. That's all I need, like, to beat him at his own game. But no, Superman is everything else. He is, he is his brain, it's his soul, it's his humanity, it's his flaws. Like, that's the stuff that Lex Luthor like doesn't understand, and that's why.
And even he was like brains over brawn. That's when Superman started outthinking Lex.
Because Lex Luthor, it's the Dunning-Kruger. He thinks he's a genius because he doesn't know what he doesn't know, right?
Right. It's yeah, that's exactly it. This is because I'm with Chris Babinski on here. I would love to see him return as Bizarro, not right away. I don't need to see him come back already in like the Superman 2, but Superman 3. I am all for it.
Well, I think it could be so fun because he gets sucked through the black hole, right, at the end. Like, I think it'd be so fun if like in some other adventure, Superman finds like the planet of the Bizarros, and he finds that his clone doppelganger is like thriving on this world where everything's opposite, like, because
he's Superman. Right?
Yeah. No, but I think, and rather than try to make Bizarro a villain, like just make it fun and funny.
And they kind of said too, like, he's kind of dumb, like he's not all there.
Yeah, totally.
Right.
He's
so
like, he's maybe not there at all. Like, but what if that person is allowed to like thrive on their own, develop on their own, what do they become? Like, and I'd love to, like, David Cornsweet, like he's such a good Superman, but he's also seems like such a good actor. I'd love to see him see him take on a character like that.
Yeah. Oh, same here. Highly articulated. Can't wait for the Justice Gang movie. Same. Again, that's
this time, like, we can't spend too much time before this man that we're looking at right now does something with Blue Beetle and Booster Gold and Martian Manhunter and Fire and Ice and just that whole Justice League, international gang. Like,
well, just adding the characters you just named, just throwing them in the mix with these four, already it's just like, I can 100% see that. Andy Stutes, one of my favorite moments, I think no one talks about, is the pure unfiltered joy that Guy Gardner had when he explained, I have oven mitts. I made oven mitts. The
perfect Guy Gardner, pitch perfect Guy Gardner.
Okay, do you remember that first picture we saw of Superman? He's putting on the boots, and we see that all this stuff happening behind him. So now we get context to it.
Yeah,
where Lois is like, "Are you going to go help him?" And she's like, it's just a
interdimensional imp.
Yeah, it's like.
Do you think that was a Mixus Spitlick reference?
Well, it must be. I mean, there's only two imps we know of, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's a reference to knowing that those imps do exist.
Yeah,
so they could pop up at any moment.
Yeah.
But I love watching.
I'm looking for my dog. Like, they don't need me at all.
Yeah, they don't need me at all. Like, they're fine. They got this. Meanwhile, you look in the background. There's a giant baseball bat, like beating this imp, and I'm like,
so good.
Like, so it was so much fun. Again, this movie just. There's a serious moment happening between them. Then there's this shit going on in the background, and you're just like, this is too good. Highly articulated. My 9-year-old asked me on the drive home if Supergirl is showing up at the end. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Maybe we should have read this
Yeah.
first. But anyways, it doesn't matter. We're talking about spoilers. Showing up at the end meant she would get to watch a Supergirl movie. For her sake, I sure hope so. Well, guess what was announced today? We got our first teaser poster of that.
Dude, and I love the tag, like it's her standing in front of the tagline that says "Look up," and then "out" is sprayed over up, so it says "Look out." Like, brilliant. Even the marketing is like firing on all cylinders for this.
I think I saved a photo of it in here somewhere, but yeah, there's my board. I love it. I love this scene. What I love about this scene is like there's a rift cracking the place, like the earth open. Everyone's evacuating except for our main Daily Planet members who are like, I think we could do this.
That was a little bit of a disconnect, like plot wise for me, that they're like, once the world knows that Lex Luthor has been colluding with, a foreign power, like they'll turn on him. It's like he is destroying Metropolis as we speak. He created a rift in reality that is killing millions of people, right? I think, we need to have our priorities straight here.
Now, though, I think here's one flaw in that mindset there. Because Lex Luthor at that time, if they didn't prove what Lex was doing with the colluding, Lex could have easily just gone, Superman did that.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. All right.
Right. This is part of his terraforming. So
they have photographic evidence that,
Yeah. Steve's in the background saying goodbye to his families. Tony Johnson. And so again, this is fun. I like how it's just like Cat Grant, the entertainment reporters, Steve Lombardi, the sports reporter, but they're all there doing it like they're there for the news, right? God, I love this stuff. I love these behind the scenes shots.
I mean, I feel like we didn't get enough. Like, I already want a sequel. Like, what we got was great, but we didn't get enough Lois and Clark, I need more. Need even more. So good. I mean,
right?
Like,
I'm just giddy seeing this.
But I love too that it's like, so again, it's like this movie's exploring like who is Superman, and it's doing that through showing that he's different from all the other characters, and this movie gets into the differences between he and Lois, and it is very much, it starts with they're in a relationship, but she's not sure like if he as a person is like gonna work out for her. It's like are they too different as people, like fundamentally, which is interesting. Like, and so she is sort of learning who he is and who she is and who he is to her, as we're learning who this Superman is. And then in the POV stuff of when Lois goes to meet Ma and Pa Kent and realizes like where this guy comes from, why he is the way he is, like
looking at his bedroom, growing up.
See, such an important moment, and like, and we come to understand this guy through her eyes. It's great. And the perfect Kent's casting as well.
Oh my god, Ma Kent yelling into the phone.
You're like,
brilliant.
They just are like, they came into the audition. They are these characters. Like that's not a voice. That's them.
That's them. It's again like it's that stuff at the farm was always so good, right? That's where she takes him like right off the bat. I like that's how when Lois, you have a dog,
and it's just like a normal ass house too. It's like it is like, again, James Gunn is, he's not going for the Norman Rockwell or like Field of Dreams, that like mythological farmhouse thing. Like it's just like, no, just a humble home that like that anyone could come from. Like, it makes him seem so real. Like
it's true. Like, just seeing like even the wood panel, like walls, like just, it's so good. I like how she's like eyeing up the trophies he's won too. Like, cheater. Like,
great.
Right. And it's like even their argument at the beginning where he's like, where she kind of calls him out like, it's not fair that you get all these interviews, these exclusive interviews with Superman, right? It's super biased. And and again, because he can ask himself the easy questions. So when they really start getting into it and she's like, are you sure you want me to do it? Because I'm going to be very me about it. I'm not going to treat you any different. And he's like, it's off the record. That's off the record. What, now it's off the record? You're supposed to say that before, right? It's just like, it's so good.
And it's breaking through that sort of like, well, why do Lois and Superman work? Like, because, she's swept off her feet by him. He saves her. He's always there. Like, when you know the full dimension of Lois Lane, it's like, well, yeah, that stuff wouldn't really like be enough, So like, so this movie really examining like the two of them as people, like, do they work together? How do they work together?
Right.
Really cool.
And in some cases they don't. Like,
no, totally.
They were like, this is our anniversary, our dating anniversary, and
it might still not work out. Like, it's a happy ending in the movie, but there's still a lot of, they're different people for sure.
There's still a lot of shit they got to resolve that they didn't from the beginning of the movie.
Right.
Like and just like Country Boy Niner saying, the Lois Superman interview was the most grounded part of the movie, and it was super engaging. I absolutely agree with that. And it's even when like Clark leaves and she's just like, right, like, fuck,
yeah.
right?
The scene ends with like doubt. It's like that's a great place to start with your characters.
It is because it's so easy to get into that point of like, everything's action, and then like something bad happens in your second act, and then we rush to the end, which I feel like a lot of not just superhero movies, but just movies in general seem to kind of go that route. Yeah. And this kind of like, this had like, I'm going to bring up the pacing because it's like, we get that. Well, first off, we don't even know what happened. It was just like, hey, so many years ago, this happened. 3 years ago, showed his face to the world. 3 minutes ago, he was beaten for the first time. Bam. Yeah. Right. And that's how we just get into it. Right. They wasted kind of no time, which again is like, instead of starting with an action sequence, we are starting with an emergency sequence. Like, say someone, like your main character in the ambulance, which just happens to be the dog.
Right. Oh yeah. Good point.
Right. Like, that's how the movie starts, which is in itself is engaging, but in a different way. Yeah. And, again,
the movie definitely doesn't hold your hand it's just kind of like, look, we gotta move. We gotta like maybe see it a couple times. Like,
yeah. Like, let's get rolling here. Again, these costumes, this
good,
helmet.
Yeah.
It's so good. This screams Bruce Timm.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's got a presence, like, and yes, this stuff, like they've, like this, it's so easy for this stuff to not work. Like, we've seen these costumes and these designs like not work a lot, but like they've nailed it. Like, they know how to do like a proper movie version of this stuff at this point.
Yeah, this is great. Also, that face you make when you murder a world leader.
And Isabella Merced, like she just, the character doesn't have, there's not a whole lot for her on the page, but she just shows up. She brings like
presence.
Presence, yeah, and you just know, you immediately get character from her.
Yeah, I dug her a lot. Look at these awesome behind the scenes shots out in the out in the snow. Maybe I didn't save it. There is out there today. Everyone go check it out. It got posted by anyone who works at DC. Let's put it that way. They did put out a teaser for the Supergirl movie coming next year. So we got we didn't get into a date, but we do know it's coming next year. So it looks like we might be getting a movie once a year, which I'm totally down with. I'm actually I don't think they've ever released a proper schedule. I think they just want to make sure things are done and done right. And then have a date ready to go, which I think is totally fine.
And I'm looking forward to it. Like, it's such a good teaser when she kind of stumbles in drunk at the end with a jacket over her costume.
Like she just left from the bar. That's what
Yeah.
it looks like. It looks like she just walked home, coming home from the bar.
Superman says, he's like she flew to a planet with a
red
sun so she could get drunk. Like,
but how did she fly back? That's my question.
Maybe they launched her in a rocket ship.
Yeah, or maybe she has her own rocket ship. We never.
Or maybe what's the like taxi driver, the DC universe like
oh my
cab
God.
driver, like a space Uber driver brought her back.
I hope so. I hope that's the case.
That's a good spin-off right there.
But now
what's that called? The super cab or something?
Something I can't remember what it's called. Someone in the chat will definitely know, but I know exactly who you're talking.
Mystery in Space, I think, is the comic. But yeah,
it's so good, dude. That's a brilliant idea. If they did that, she took a cab home because she can't drive her. She can't drive home.
Yeah,
she took the cab. That's actually a freaking brilliant idea.
They gotta have Uber in space.
Because this will probably, you're going to revisit this next year too and be like, ha, I called that one too. Here's the one I think I'm going to call. Since she's a drinker and she likes to drink, she's a bit feistier after calling Clark a bitch on the way out, which made me laugh out loud in the theater. I want to see a bar fight between Supergirl and Lobo.
Oh, of course. Like that movie's gonna be so fun. Like, but again, it's like James Gunn is he's got a great way of like kind of doing the unexpected with a character. Like, I don't think anyone was expecting to see like Supergirl, that version of Supergirl, show up at the end of this thing. So it's like fun. You're like, oh, I want to see where this is going. Mm-hmm. But also, if you know the character from comics and animation, like it's not that surprising. It's like it's not out of character for Kara, right? Like, it fits.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And so it's funny. I was going to use Kara to lead into this, which is what Highly Articulated is bringing up, which we were going to bring up, but I wanted this to all tie in together. Highly Articulated, can we talk about how Superman was supposed to be a tyrant, and then about how loving everyone is the most important, the most punk rock you can be?
Yeah.
Yes, I do want to talk about this because I'm wondering too, did Kara know the mission? Or did she not get one? So she might not know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why she's just kind of like following her cousin's.
Well, isn't she from like another Krypton civilization?
Yeah, but again, it wouldn't.
Maybe they do things differently on her planet.
Maybe, but maybe is that why she drinks? Yeah, could be, Tony. It could be. But no, I want to so I feel like this isn't the first iteration of Superman's biological parents where they were told him to be like, hey, you can run this planet. You can be a god. And I feel like this is not the first time we've seen that.
Where, like, is that in the John Byrne comics version?
I feel like I just, again, I kind of wanted to check when I got home, and then I kind of forgot. And then now that I'm bringing it up, I was hoping somebody else would know.
Because Kryptonians are often depicted as dicks. They're as like awful, superior people who would condone this sort of behavior. But Jor-El kind of being the one exception of like a pacifist who is living on a world of General Zods that have destroyed their planet. Like he was the only one trying to like warn people that that they're destroying their home. But they're, so they are, that is the kind of civilization, as we unfortunately know, that would destroy their own planet. They're not going to be the most evolved, nicest people out there.
Right. And it's like, and again, to also bring up, because you said Zod, and then I recently was rewatching Superman, the animated series. In that one, it's Brainiac who knows, and he's like, well, I'm going to get all the information I can, because he's Chat GPT at this point.
Right.
And then he's just like, I'm just going to absolve all the information and then go to the next one.
This is oddly prophetic of where things are headed.
Dude, watching Superman the animated series again, and watching these people rely on Brainiac for all their answers.
Yeah.
Like, we're seeing it on social media. We're seeing it just we're seeing corporations already do it. where it's just like they're getting so reliant on AI and their chat GPT that, again, what is chat GPT doing? It's destroying our planet.
Yeah, destroying the planet. Like,
so it's like we are literally on our way there. we are heading that direction. And then when it's all said and done, chat GPT, or it's the Nazi version of that, Grok, are going to upload themselves into a satellite and go to the next go to the next planet, right? Like it's I just feel like that's where it's going to go.
We gotta start picking that one baby that we're gonna send to,
we gotta find that planet to send that baby to. That's the other problem. I like this name, Highly in Dread. What a great name. She was surviving in a city that was in a dome, but then that dome got destroyed, so she sees Krypton destroyed twice. Oof. Tony Johnson, it's a bit of a I think it's a bit of a misinterpretation. They translated it in less than 24 hours, probably using Brainiac AI, like a case of let's eat grandma versus let's eat grandma.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I think they gave themselves a little bit of an out, because like we know from translating Earth language, ancient Earth languages, that like you can, there's all kinds of like oh, it's not, this word in this culture means more like this, or this is an idiom, not like meant to be taken literally. So I think even though they say in the movie it's like, no, this is a accurate translation, it's an alien language. Like I think there's like if they want to give themselves an out, they can.
Yeah.
I personally, whatever they decide to do, I like it. Like I liked that twist, because again, it's like this movie is, who is Superman? And Superman thinks he knows himself. Like this message is like where he's sort of building his identity out of. And he learns halfway through the movie that it's a lie, that it's like, I don't know who the hell I am, and the world doesn't know who I am, and now they don't trust me, and like, so it's taking away that, and it's taking away that one assumption that not only Superman has made, but we've all made about Superman, where he comes from. To me, it's like Luke Skywalker finding out that Darth Vader is his father. Like,
oh, dude, 100%.
That's not shocking just because it's unexpected. It's shocking because it calls into question everything we assume about the hero of our journey, that like of these stories, that like, well, they just have this inherent goodness, and if they just follow their instincts, trust their instincts, they'll do the right thing. Well, guess what? Like, what if you learn that like following your instincts, like, or doing what you think is like inherent to you, like could actually lead you to doing the wrong, corrupt, evil thing. Like, so there's a little bit of that like thrown in, and I like that he really feels alone, but then then you have this like, oh well, he has those aren't, it's like a nature versus nurture thing. It's like, well, those weren't the people who nurtured him,
right? And that's what makes the ending also so special, when he's in the Fortress of Solitude and he's like, I find it soothing to listen to my parents. He goes back to that.
I love that. Yeah.
And then it's like all the clips of him as a child, growing up with mom and pa, and again, it just gives you, it's a series of happy endings. You see the billionaire being arrested, Lois saying she loves him, and then him recognizing mom, pa as like, these are the people that taught me to do good.
It's beautiful. Yeah. And things aren't like completely resolved, but it's like he's in a good place. Right. And yeah, it's that, I think it does a very kind of eloquent way of expressing this thing about Superman, which is that he is Superman and Clark Kent, and you need both of those components to create a hero.
Yeah, and the greatest one of all. I honestly, I'm with you on this. It's one of these things where I'm like, can we just get the sequel today? I do need to know more. But again, let's just see where everything else goes. Let's see where, again, I would love to see we both do. We want to see a Daily Planet special on HBO Max. Would love to see it. Or even, hey, get this. Imagine if they started doing like little shorts on social media of off the clock Jimmy Olsen. Like,
yeah,
I would totally be down for that. So
well,
give me some of that and throw
I
some
feel
Eve
like
in there too. I would actually watch Eve TikToks, like her in character.
She was great.
I would totally watch that.
Everything worked about this. Like, she did. She really like brought it. Like, and yeah, I think that this was just like throwing a whole cinematic universe, like almost fully formed at us. And I think these characters, like having Supergirl coming, hot off the heels of this, it's like, well, we could see any of these characters show up again.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if we need a direct sequel to Superman yet. There's like this has introduced a lot of different areas that can be explored, and some of these characters can be utilized in like short bursts to like full effect, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is cool. Good place to be.
Bat Force Grumps is here to hang out with us too, dude. Welcome. Well, thanks for hanging out. We're just about to wrap up here, I feel. Oh, and thank you, New York City Figure Fanatic. Thank you for being here. Just stopping by to drop a like. Haven't seen the movie, avoiding spoilers. Catch you guys in the replay.
Shit.
Yes, get out of here.
I hope you didn't hear too much while you're writing that. Like,
oh my gosh. I hope you typed it somewhere, copied and pasted it, and left. No, thank you. That I don't know. I don't really have too many like of the other final thoughts on here. I just want to
know how are they going to fit Batman into all this?
Well, I'm in no rush for Batman, honestly, which is a weird thing to say. It's I honestly don't know. Like
I feel like given how this has nailed everything else, like I think, and I saw a statement where James Gunn's like, yeah, I don't have Batman figured out. Like, I don't know. We'll see. Like, we want to make sure it's ready, but like, I mean, he just figured out Superman. It's like, let's give some time. But I think Batman could really fit into this whole world. I think it could be funny by playing it straight, like we saw it with Mr. Terrific in this, like, a little bit of that super serious, no nonsense, used to comedic effect. But yeah, I think that Batman would really fit into this world, doing something that's faithful to the animated series, to the comics, like, just confidently bringing him in.
I think, okay, I'm with you on that because I'm really curious to how their Gotham is going to look. And again, here, hang on one second. This is right. Hang on. Before we even get to Batman, I just wanted to pop up a couple of the chats here. Hillian Dread, I hope they give us more Hawkgirl, either in Supergirl movie or if they do a Mr. Terrific TV series. I would love a Mr. Terrific TV series.
Well, the Justice Gang are showing up in Peacemaker season 2, right? Like, they're in the trailer.
Yeah, I think so. Right? No Chewing is here as well. And then Grumps is saying here too, I think Pattinson Batman fits into the Superman world. Kept wanting to say super world. The contrast works. I actually agree too. That's probably one of the big reasons I want to get the hot toy for this, because it comes with that base that's part of the Fortress of Solitude. And then I have the Pattinson one where he's got like a piece of the building. And I was like, man, putting those two together would probably look really sharp. And I'm with Grumps on this one too. I honestly think seeing those two together, like that Bruce Wayne and that Clark Kent specifically.
I would definitely like to see Robert Pattinson and David Corenswet like in together, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is such a fresh start. Like, I want like,
you want something completely new?
Not completely different, but just new.
Right. Hillian Dread also saying there's rumors. Wow. Okay, let's see what that there are 2 Matt Reeves scripts, one to keep it separate and one to introduce him into the DCU. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I don't.
but I mean, I guess we'll find out soon enough, right? Like
Two scripts. It's hard enough to get one script out of this stuff.
He's doing the Bat Family, which also has me thinking that I think Tim Drake is going to get the short end of the stick here, or Damian. It's going to be one or the other.
Well, is it because Brave and the Bold was like announced, and that was it alluded to that it's Batman and Damian, or was that just assumed?
I don't know. Plus, there's also that puppet one that's coming out.
Right, and that's Jason and Dick.
Yeah, right. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like someone's about to get the short end of the stick here as far as Bat Family members go, and it definitely won't be Batgirl, and it definitely won't be Dick Grayson.
But so I feel like, they should take their time, like set it up, do it right.
Yep.
But don't wait too long, because I don't like. It would be unfortunate if we got into a situation where it's like with like X-Men and the Marvel, Fantastic Four in the Marvel world, where it's like so much time went by between like them incorporating those franchises that it's like a totally different generation of actors. Like the old Avengers are gone, and like now it's like I don't want like to have this like Superman DC world like kind of play out, and then we get to Batman. Like that's no,
yeah.
Bring him in some form.
Yeah. Just I agree. And again, like they said, if what they I don't even know who they is now anymore when it comes to bloody the internet. But if they're really fast tracking Wonder Woman, hoping that means that their script is also ready because they said it was in the works. Again, just like you said, if the script is ready and it's done and it's where it needs to be, get Wonder Woman out there. Like, I see nothing wrong with actually almost going the opposite direction and doing Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, as opposed to Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
Well, and I hope that they just keep kind of mixing, like, it's like, because I think like the previous DCU, like they got so mired in like all these movies to set up the like individual parts that you're like, just do what works, like whatever you need. Like if like if you don't have enough to say about this character, like bring in this character and see what that does to the soup, like.
Yeah,
whatever gets you to your conflict, whatever gets you to showing a new, fresh side of these characters, like, have at it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm this highly articulated. Think about the Batman Gotham as a contrast to the Superman Metropolis. I love the cities as representations of the characters, dark and gritty and completely grayscale versus bright and vibrant. I'm 100% with you.
But this was one thing I felt like this Metropolis in the world of this movie is like was very realistic. It was like not comic booky. It was not, it was, I thought that it seemed like everything was like played to be kind of grounded,
Yeah.
For the most part. So, I feel like a Gotham City would probably be less stylized and more like realistic if we saw it.
I don't know.
I don't know
if I agree with that.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. I'm only saying that because like even this city was pretty stylized in its own way.
I suppose,
right?
but it wasn't like the City of Tomorrow. It wasn't like the animated series version of Metropolis, right?
I feel like we're not getting there yet because again, it's only been 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a feeling we could still get there. I feel the same way with that Gotham as well that we got. I feel like there's still more we can get into. Nico Bellic, I hope I said that right. Anyway, Nico, thank you for being here. There's a big plot hole in Superman. Why couldn't Superman with his X-ray vision see Ultraman's face? He should have known that Ultraman is his clone.
It was a lead-lined mask.
I was going to say, I think there was lead thread in that mask.
Lex Luthor would know, or the goggles of the mask were the same hypno goggles that Clark Kent was using to make people not recognize him as Superman.
Right, and maybe maybe Ultraman is the one with the Kryptonian harem.
Oh, I do. This movie, they said they're talking about Superman's harem.
I
It's
know.
crazy.
That's funny to me. Actually, Jimmy's response to it. He has a harem. So good. Chris Bobinski. There's also the Clayface movie that they were already casting. Right. That's coming up very quickly. It'll be interesting to see where that fits in. Also, according to Alan Tudyk, he was seeing like concept art or something for it and had to look away. It was so gross. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. Not into that, but
right. And Grumps makes a good point here too. Joining the Batman and Superman universes allows you to hit the ground running. I do agree.
Yeah,
I do agree with that. Tony Johnson, did anyone notice Lois's plates? Metropolis is in Delaware.
Oh.
Hey, look, I'm in Delaware.
Just like Gotham's in New Jersey,
right?
Apparently,
in Delaware. I gotta see where that is on a map. I really don't know my American. I kind of know where Delaware is, but it's like I can kind of go to the coast, but I'm trying to.
Hey, if Mississippi lent Missouri her New Jersey, what would Delaware?
Wow. Dude.
Idaho, Alaska.
Oh my God! Stop! No. Okay. He'll hit dread. Bring Battinson into the DCU and bring the fans of the dark, gritty who didn't prefer the bright colors of Superman. It was weird. People kind of complaining about that. Nico, there have been mention of a lead mask. They never mentioned lead mask or hypno glasses. Only work on humans.
But it's it's Lex Luthor. Like he thinks of everything, right? Almost everything.
Do you think it's a respect thing? Like, do you think this is a Superman that just is not going to peek behind somebody's mask? Like we know we know that we saw him do it in Batman the Animated Series, or like in World's Finest, that 4-parter, the little mini movie, and he's like, Bruce Wayne,
right?
You peeked, right? Like it's I don't know. Maybe this is not the Superman that does that. I don't know. I'm trying, dude. I am playing mental gymnastics trying to cover it up, this plot hole.
I'm gonna say lead. There are some things that block out the X-ray vision.
Yeah. Hey, no chewing. Could you not encourage? That would be great. That would be great. Highly articulated. The plot hole seems that the always sees everything with X-ray vision. I assume he can use it when he wants, like his heat ray vision. Also, his heat ray vision looked awesome too.
Yeah,
it looked totally. So that's I think in that, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe he's just a respecter of privacy. He's not going to tell Lois he likes pink very much. He's not going to peek under Batman's mask. I just don't know if this is that Superman. Someone also said in the chat earlier on too, why is he so trusting of everybody? Again, I think this is just a Superman who sees the world as hopeful, and he just believes that everyone else can be too, or is. And he's not the one that took a swing at Luthor. It was the dog that came and freaking tackled him.
Right. It's true. You get, it's like you can be the smartest human on Earth, but like a superpowered dog is, that was like he was getting his Incredibles on, that's like the baby, defeating Syndrome, like
dude, he came in like John Cena, you know what I mean? Just like boom.
It was very Hulk smashing Loki around, it's like, it's that cathartic, like it's like, well, the good guys aren't going to do it, but the like kind of out of the animalistic, the out of control superpowered thing is gonna give them their comeuppance.
I agree. It's dude, that dog, it's so good. Like,
actually,
I never would have I never would have dreamed in my lifetime that I would see a Superman movie I thoroughly enjoyed that also has crypto in it. You know what I mean? Like, it blows my mind that this exists in my lifetime.
It's great. I mean, but now that just real quick, like now that I've said like The Incredibles, like this movie like definitely reminded me of that opening of The Incredibles, right? Where it's like a day in the life of the superhero, and like there's just all kinds of stuff going on. So every like there's a derailed monorail, but he's also saving a cat out of a tree, and there's a bank robbery going on. Like that really felt like that's the world of this Superman.
Yeah, well, I love that. It's like, now that you bring that up, right? Like he's fighting a kaiju, and he's like pushing the dog away, saving the squirrel.
Yeah,
Like,
it had that kind of like that Pixar like sense of humor, sense of fun, sense of relatability. Like it was a very relatable Superman movie, and I think like the whole like Superman trust like that aspect of Superman's character. It's like, well, that's kind of how you'd want to think you'd be as a superhero. Like just somebody who's like,
well, that's always like, not only as a superhero, I think sometimes that's what we just strive to be as people.
Yeah,
but also sometimes we just get jaded, and we're sometimes dicks. We have days where we're just not the nicest people, but we always
yeah, and it's not like that's not just a purely a virtue. Like he says at the end, he's like, yeah, like that's like I have flaws. Like, part of it is that maybe I am too trusting, I'm too gullible. Like, these are things that like that cause problems for me, that make me wrong at times. But like that's my power. That's what makes me human. Like,
so good. Grumps, this might be the best version of Kansas Clark that we've seen in live action. I'm trying to think of like Smallville, but that was all Kansas Clark.
he just seems so like real, like so relatable and realistic. Like this Clark Kent feels like someone you went to high school with, like it's like, yeah, it's that guy that like everyone that was like great to everyone, like funny, like,
hey, this is going to be, maybe this is a hot take. Maybe, I don't know if hot take is the right term. Something I would actually love to see now that like Grumps kind of brought that up is, again, we're already saying, give us a Daily Planet series or a special or something. I would also watch a special on Superboy. That Clark being, 14, 15, being Superboy in Smallville, even wearing the suit, if they want to go full Silver Age about it, with the suit, and just kind of like helping out around town, but trying to do it quickly, not being seen, just kind of like doing that kind of stuff. And I know that also sounds like, just watch Smallville, Doell. That's all Smallville is. But because I think this is a very good Kansas Clark, right? And again, all my favorite stuff, hell, even some of my favorite stuff in Lois and Clark, The Adventures of Superman. Yes, Dean Cain is questionable to be nice. That show was still a big part of my growing up.
Terry Hatcher.
Terry Hatcher's so hot. Come on. So hot in that show. But that Mom Pa Kent too, the ones that would like talk to him every night over the phone, they'd crowd over him and stuff. You kind of get that Kansas Clark moments at the end of the episodes when he's or just anytime he's on the phone with his parents, and it's like,
or in the animated series for that matter, like anytime you see him at home and it's like, man, this is the real Clark. It's like he's not Superman. He's not even the Clark Kent that you see at the Daily Planet. He is the Clark Kent, like sitting at the kitchen table with his parents, just being a
eating
normal
corn.
guy. Yeah,
eating corn and a pork chop. Like that's mashing his own potatoes. Like that's who he is, right? I'm with you on that. And hang on, speaking of Superboy, if we can't get that Superboy show, now that we know that they're cloning Superman, can we get a clone Superboy?
I think it's gotta happen.
It's gotta happen, right? Oh dude, could you imagine like a live action version of this young Clark looking at, hang on, where's the hair? Where's the hair? Where's that Clark Kent hair?
I mean, yeah, it's very close to Superboy.
Right? I had a good shot of him. Where is he? Right? Imagine this, younger, 16 years old in a leather jacket.
Yeah.
Come on. This is money on the table, Warner Brothers. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. And also, hey, do you know what? I would also like to see Steel for that matter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would love to see Steel. He is an underrepresented character in everything.
Totally.
I think Steel should have got his own animated series, as far as I'm concerned. But anyways, go ahead.
It's well, no, just to piggyback off that, like it's such a toy box, right? It's like, just like everything's on the table. It feels like, and it's yeah, they could go in so many different directions. I'm kind of hoping or assuming that the Supergirl movie is like gonna be more off-world, out in space, and
that's
I think
what it sounds like.
Getting like some fresh air, like I see like the kind of cosmic aspects of the DC universe. Like I think that'll be a fun, like just like keep it refreshed, keep it new, like let's just have fun with this,
right? Jack Knight 73. I love when Superman lectured Lex at the end.
Yeah,
I do too.
It's great.
Poor Sue. I want a world where no one wants to snap Egon's ties. Look, Egon's ties are my kryptonite. If they don't all break, I die. Hillary Dredd, I was lucky and got to get the crypto popcorn bucket online. Don't have any Cinemark theaters near me. Well, you're lucky. They had in Canada up here. They had the news boxes. They were all sold out up here by the time I even went to the movie. So that makes me cry a little bit inside. But that's maybe they'll get more. I don't know. I have no idea how I'm going to get that. I don't know. Grumps, someone who is New York City born and raised, this version of Clark seems like someone from out of state in a city setting. That's that's actually really good to know, because me growing up on a farm myself in the middle of nowhere, Canada, I relate to Clark in so many ways. So I'm always kind of interested to see how like actual real city folk see us Hicks when we like move to the big city and try to like figure things out. So it's, and we're just called transplants, right? So I mean that's that's what I'm learning from this. But no, that's like a really good point, right? And no, you're not being repetitive. You're being you're interacting, and we like that. So yeah, it's all good. Chris Bobinski, he did have a mask under a mask. So lead mask makes everyone. We're all gonna be on this mask thing now. And no one gets sleep tonight until we get the answer.
It reminded me a lot of the Doomsday Containment Unit thing with the goggles. Like,
yeah, right.
We didn't really talk about the engineer.
Oh, hang on. Let's get there. Let's get there. Chris Bobinski, give us Cyborg Superman, but not Eradicator. Nobody wants him.
Give us Parasite. Like there's a lot of untapped Superman
like
world stuff.
Hey, give me a female Joe Rogan that becomes Livewire. Give me
yeah. I'm almost disappointed that like Engineer was fine, but like it would have been cool if it was like Livewire, or even like a cyborg Mercy Graves. Like
Mercy Graves would have been so good. Tony Johnson, there was an interesting tidbit. There isn't any kryptonite left on Earth, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it can't come back. I mean, but I like that they're not
they found other ways to almost kill him.
Well, or at least keep him in line kind of thing, right? Like just to kind of make sure he's depowered and weak. And the other thing too with that is that by taking kryptonite out of the picture, that means they can't rely on that constantly.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Unfortunately, it also means one other thing, that we won't get Metallo anytime soon.
Yeah, I thought that too.
You did too? Me too. That was
maybe space. Maybe Metallo's in space.
Maybe he's already made.
Yeah, and he's at the bar that like where like Lobo's hanging out, and he's got a piece of kryptonite that he found floating in space.
God, this again, the toy box is so huge in this universe.
Yeah.
Like, again, I don't know if we need him as the main villain, but man, give me something with Toyman. I know we've mentioned him every episode we talk about Superman. We mentioned Toy Man,
And-
especially if you made him a toy tuber.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, you could do some. But again, like I would love to see a Daily Planet Christmas special or something where you could have kind of like a lower tier Superman villain be the threat or show up or just, you know.
Yep.
I mean, there could also be more like Suicide Squad movies. Like Toy Man would be hilarious on the Suicide Squad.
Right. Screaming Banshee's another one. I think that would be fun to see live action. But man, just a live wire movie in general where you've got this podcaster.
Yeah.
Millions of followers, you know, like gets all the big celebrities, and she's doing exactly what the freaking keyboard monkeys are doing, right? Where it's just like,
totally
shit, all that stuff. She kind of takes over that role of like anti, you know, just I'll just say it. Fox News, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, well, because she was a shock jock, right? In the
right, she was Howard Stern.
That was the pun of a shock jock having shock powers. But yeah, I mean, there's anyone who's a provocateur, you know, just to get views. Like, I'm kind of surprised. Like, she would have fit into this movie, honestly. Like, if you could have swapped her out for the engineer and had somebody who goes from ridiculing Superman online to trying to kill him in real life, like, and having herself converted to a monster in order to do so. Like, that all would have fit. Right.
Krumps is bringing in a good point here too. The maybe we can have Metallo with synthetic kryptonite.
Sure.
Maybe let's. Yeah, you're right. We have not talked about the engineer at all.
Yeah.
She played a much bigger role than even I was really expecting.
And
just kind of her being, I don't know if she's under the control of Lex Luthor, but she's definitely working for him.
Yeah. Right? An amazing representation of her powers. It's like mystique to the next level, you know, like it's a little bit like, all right, your move, Clayface movie. Like we've done a lot of the crazy shape-shifting stuff. Remind me of like Ink from Batman Beyond. Like
she reminded me of Ink when she started to consume Superman.
Yeah,
right. Like that was straight out of Batman Beyond.
Right.
But it worked. And it too had me kind of going like, how is he getting out of this?
Yeah.
Like, because I think that's the one cool thing about this movie, and the engineer is a big part of that, is what was those I've asked myself more than once watching the movie of how does he get out of this?
Yeah.
Like, and I thought, oh, maybe he'll do the old fashioned tornado and all the parts come flying off, or just he drills a hole to the sun, throws her in it. Like, I was like, you know, like, what does he do? And
like he literally has to go up into space and then crash down to Earth. Like, I mean,
that was so cool though.
They always put Superman through the ringer, you know, like he's so strong and impervious, but like that means that what has to happen to bring him down has to be even more horrible. And so in that the stuff when he's like pulling it out of his mouth, like,
yeah.
Oh God.
Even when she was defeated, even when she was laying in the crater.
Yeah.
And he's like, she's still alive, right? Because he's not going to kill anybody. And he's like pulling it out. It was just like, ugh. Like, dude, like, because even they were checking, like, it's in his lungs. We're good. We got him. And it's just like everything they would try to do, they just could not stop him. And it's that a good superhero never gives up, right?
Yeah.
You get knocked down, you get back up again.
Yeah.
You know, Spider-Man, shout out to Spider-Man on that one. And this movie really got to kind of showcase that in other movies where we don't really get that. And I mean, you could say, Batman kicked his ass in Batman v Superman, but I mean, the threat was not, I never felt the threat was there because Batman's not a villain. So, you know, even though he's got a kryptonite spear, you know, in the back of your head, regardless of what happens, no matter how this murdery alien killing Batman feels, you know, he's not going to pull the trigger.
It's almost like it was a bad idea for a movie.
It's almost, right? But it's like, but I mean, like, you can, like, that's what I mean. Like, the stakes were never, even with Doomsday, even though when, what was it? Doomsday kills him in that movie. And I still was like, well, it's Doomsday. I know he comes back.
Right.
Like, there's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you can put him in a coffin all you want. I've seen this and I know how he gets out of this, but to actually finally see something in a movie where I'm sitting there actually questioning, like, well, how does he get out of this?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then keep everyone and then not hurt anyone along the way. You know, it's a big thing, man.
Yeah. No, for
Right?
sure. But I think it's always going to be a challenge when you have a character who is so powerful to, really make the threat seem real,
I'm going to ask you this, and then we're going to start finishing up here. Who now, eventually we are going to get the Trinity. We're going to have to see a big bad guy. I'm going to take Darkseid out of the picture altogether.
Yeah.
Who would you like to see the Justice League face?
Oh man.
Would you want to do a Legion of Doom thing? Like do the thing that Marvel did not do because they killed off all their major villains?
Yeah.
And do a thing where it's like you got Lex Luthor, because they gave us the Hall of Justice. Oh,
yeah.
Right. So why can't they be just 500 meters away from Alligator Alcatraz and have their own like little dome?
Yeah. I think you'd have to, like, because it's true, like, Darkseid, it's too much of a repeat of Thanos. It is something that, like, it's one of the few things we have yet to see really in one of these movies, which is we've seen plenty of teams of superheroes at this point, but a team of super villains,
right? And super villains doing bad, like not like Suicide Squad, where everyone feels redeemable. And Starro was already done in the Suicide Squad, so you can't have Starro as much as I would love to have Starro.
Yeah, I mean, just having like a big giant thing, like I think we can move on from that. But yeah, I think I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, Brainiac would be cool. I think to have, like, cool, especially in the age of AI, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of blanking. I feel like I had it a second ago, but yeah.
The Legion of Doom, not Hawk and Animal. Correct, right? Blackest Night. I feel like that's something we got to lead up to. I feel like, and I'm with you, Dave, I would love to see it, but I feel like we need a few more things with the lanterns. And something tells me too, they're going to introduce like other colors of the lantern spectrum in the Lantern series, or at least it will be acknowledged.
Yeah, they got to.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. At first, because my first thought for a good villain, I thought maybe would be Despero.
Oh, yes.
But then I was like, you know what? I'd actually just rather have Supergirl smack him around. And
yeah, you've got a little bit. Because like Despero and Amazo, the kind of like, they're almost like Dragon Ball villains, it's like, it's just like a really unstoppable guy that like, none of them can defeat, like.
Right. So I do kind of feel like she kind of falls into that.
Mongol's kind of cool. Like, he's an intelligent, ruthless villain.
Warmonger, right? He's a warmonger too. He likes to invade and start shit.
Again, you'd want to differentiate from Thanos, but I mean, Vandal Savage, like,
I was thinking Prometheus. Is that his name? Hang on. What am I thinking of? He was in God, what series was it? It was in JLA, and he went into the tower on a tour and then went in and beat the shit out of everybody. Yeah, it's Prometheus. He's in that purple damn suit. And he walked into the tower on the moon, and because everyone's going in there for like a big press tour, and he goes in as part of the press, that he goes in, he's like, pop, pop. He shoots like the Flash in the legs, and then he's like going after everybody, right? Like he breaks the finger of Kyle Rayner.
Dang.
Like
the nerve,
the
nerve of
nerve,
this
right?
guy.
Goes in there, smacks everybody around, only for Selena Kyle to also be in there because she was going to go in there to steal something, and she takes his whip and cracks him in the nuts, and he falls
And he
over.
dies.
He dies.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, he like just snapped him in the nuts, and he just fell to his knees and keeled over, and that's how he gets defeated.
Who's that? Who's that villain? Is it like Eclipso?
Eclipso, dude.
Doesn't he like? He can like invert, like people who are good or become evil. Isn't that sort of like the idea? Like
he can do that.
I remember he was like a big threat to the whole DC universe, right?
This is good. I'd like to see if this is true or not. Grumps, I felt like there was a white Martian egg on the movie. If you know, you know.
Oh,
right. Look at this. In the prequel novel to the 2025 movie, Superman interacts with Metallo, also meets Justice Gang in it, and feels like the first movie, but in book form. Oh. Game changer. Nico, Wraith and Ulysses from New 52, I think I pronounced that right, would be great villains rather than the classic Superman Rogues Gallery. Hey, I am down. Again, if they're pulling stuff from even Wildstorm, frick, let's do it.
The Authority, maybe the Authority are the bad guys. Like, I mean, Engineer, like clearly, like she lives at the end of the movie. It's like setting up the potential of doing something with the Authority at some point.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I mean, they've already they got so much to work with anyway. Like,
right? Grumps, Alex mentioned all good ones. I agree. Yeah, dude. See, this is great. This has been a 2-hour episode. Hour and a half of this has been talking about this movie. That's how good it is. That's how much fun it is. There's a lot to chew on. There's a lot to dissect. I am really, Wraith is from Superman Unchained. Someone else mentioned Superman Unchained as well. Also good.
Oh, yeah. It's been, I read that when it first came out, but I can't remember anything about it.
Yeah. It's, if you also want a good Superman read, just one to read. I don't know if it would adapt well as a movie, but it's a great read. Tom King did one called Superman Up, Up, and Away. I'm going to recommend that as well for some Superman reading. If you're into that feel good, heartfelt Superman, just being a good guy, because he goes looking for a missing child. That's really, really sweet. So go read that. But no, this has been super fun. Pun intended. and I honestly, no offense to Spin Master, who's putting out great toys right now for Superman, because I have the one with the Yeti and I love it so much. And no offense to McFarlane, but I'm really excited to see what Mattel is going to do with these movies.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like
because it's like a new chapter, right? You know, it's like new toy line for the new chapter. Like,
well, do you remember like a year, like in 1990, all of a sudden it was like, hey, here's the dark, like 92 comes around. Batman 89's already come out. 91, what is it? 91 comes around, and we get the Dark Knight collection, and it kind of like seeing the new fresh toys on the shelf kind of reinvigorated the interest in the movie. I feel like we're getting that there again with Superman and what maybe Mattel has to offer. I feel like Mattel losing the license the first time, they are not going to sleep on it this time. I think they want to come out swinging.
Yeah. And this feels like it's like a breath of fresh air to like the superhero movies, certainly to DC. Like this is like starting on the right foot finally for DC movies. And so, yeah, I think Mattel's like a good fit and all that. I do want to say like real quick, like it's kind of funny, like, because like there's tons of figures based on this, Hot Toys, In Art, Fig Arts, McFarlane, Spin Master. They're all putting out the
SH Figure Arts.
Yeah, and everyone was like comparing them, and it's funny because like some of the figures look like Christopher McDonald, Shooter
Yes.
McGavin. Some of the figures look kind of like Cillian Murphy, or Killian Murphy rather. And I was like, he doesn't look like either of those guys. Watching this movie, like I could see it as like there are times it's like, yeah, he kind of looks like Killian Murphy here, like, or he does kind of look like Christopher McDonald here. Like, it's like very odd how like he does kind of look like both those actors at times, but like not, you wouldn't think of that like normally to look at him.
Yeah, that is true, because you look at this photo, you don't see either of those guys.
Not at all. Yeah.
David Cabal with the 199 super chat. Thank you so much. Can't wait to finally meet you, Ryan. See you at San Diego. Nice. Aren't you excited to meet Alex? You get to meet Alex too.
Yeah.
Come on. Tony Johnson, I think all the Silver Age villains are on the table for future movies. I hope so. Nico, Brainiac power scaling makes him kind of Justice League villain. I agree. I think Brainiac would be an amazing Justice League villain. Hillian Dread, I really hope Spin Masters has a second wave of Superman figures. I do too. I hope they're able to get more out. And it's not one and done, because they're pretty good figures for the price. I absolutely agree with that. I think Spin Master's killing it. Also, I need someone, just one person, for the love of God, make me a Lois Lane.
Yeah,
just someone. God, that's all I need. That's all I want. Nothing more, Alex. That's it. I got nothing else. Topher Khan, right? Granny Goodness. Bring again, Granny Goodness and the Femme Fatales. Again, Supergirl.
Fatal Furies. It's true. Like, yeah, they could show up in the Supergirl movie, certainly. I'm ready for all that Kirby, for somebody to finally do like Jack Kirby right in a movie.
I am blanking. Help me out here. Who's the dude with the skis?
Is it the Black Racer?
I think so. I think that's the Black Racer.
It's like the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, he's like again.
Yeah,
I would love this.
Orion, like all.
Oh, that Orion's a gimme. Come on,
Calabac, right? Like
Big Barda.
Oh, okay, all right.
Right.
I know it's getting late.
Yeah,
James, like I know I said Booster Gold and Blue Beetle are definite. Mr. Miracle and Big Barda. Like I know there's an animated series coming, but like I don't know, those two are like perfect James Gunn movie material.
Yeah. Dave Cabal with another $1.99 super chat. Thank you. And Alex too.
And thank you.
Yeah, very nice, right? Jack Knight 73. I want Legion of Superheroes, New Gods, bring it all on. Agreed. Yeah. Man, I thought a New God something was in the works, and I thought Tom King was part of that, or was that pre-James Gunn and that got shelved?
There've been New Gods movies like in the works a lot, it seems.
Yeah.
Ambush Bug. Yeah.
Johnson with the Ambush Bug. All awesome. Again, super grateful that James Gunn got to be part of this. Super grateful that The Rock is not leading the charge on this new universe.
What, you didn't think they should build the whole movie around a Shazam villain?
Yeah, I did not. Nope, I don't. Not at all. Right. David Cabal, we need Lashida and her to be Duchess of the Suicide Squad. Dude, I think DC for so long, in fact, for outside of anything that's like, the Bruce Timm animated stuff, I feel like the DC universe as a whole has been completely untapped and unutilized outside of comics. I think this is a time that we're really about to get it and get it hard from DC. We just watched Guy Gardner in a goddamn movie.
Yeah.
And we loved it. So that should tell you kind of everything kind of moving forward. Mr. Terrific. We had a Mr. Terrific steal a whole entire scene, a whole second act, and we're all just like, yeah, Mr. Terrific. Right? And again, if you read comics, you're already cheering for Mr. Terrific, but to see him done with justice, I think it just made me really happy to that this movie exists, and that I feel like there's not a character in DC where I'm like, I don't see that fitting.
Yeah.
Right. It's,
DC is definitely the new hotness right now. It's like suddenly it was like, oh, DC over there with all these good characters, like and fun stuff. Like
I'm waiting for a studio exec to discover Power Girl. That's all. When a studio exec figures that one out, they're like, "Oh God, we could put Sydney Sweeney in this movie too."
I was gonna say, is there an actress that could play the?
Yeah, there it is. Right, I'm not the only one. Right? We all know. It's
again, she was part of Justice League International, so
she's part of
it all fits.
Hey, I've said this a million times when talking about McFarlane's superpowers. I will say it here with the movies. DC has some of the most iconic women in comics, period. Yeah. I will list them. I love listing. Zatanna. Vixen, right? Zatanna, Vixen, Mary Marvel. That Mary Marvel from the Shazam series was so pretty, though. Gosh, she was really, really
good.
We've got Black Canary, of course, my favorite. Yep. There's so many. And
Fire,
I feel like
Ice, Big Barda, Wonder Woman herself,
right? I feel like there's so many. Like, dude, come on, could you? Like, they're bringing in Jon Stewart, right? Sorry, now I'm like going off the rails again. I'm trying to like end the show, but then something else comes to mind. We're getting Jon Stewart. We got Hawk Girl.
Yeah,
bring in Vixen. Why not? She would fit so well with this ragtag group of Justice Gang, and then to have like. And we all love a good love triangle. Lord knows I do. It's the reason why I read the X-Men. Give me that love triangle from the animated series. Just put it in the movie. Because I think people will dig it. Where it's like, Jon Stewart. Who's Jon Stewart dating? Maybe he's dating both.
Yeah.
Maybe Vixen used to date Jimmy Olsen. We'll never know. Yes, Dave Cabal. Everyone's crushing on Hawk Girl. Dude, everyone should be, as far as I'm concerned. Do you think we'll ever get Hawkman?
Maybe. Hawkman. I don't quite know.
Could never really connect to with because he's like Moon Knight in this weird way. He's had like all these different origins, and none of them have really stuck. It got to a point where they were like, it's all of them.
That is definitely like the superhero arc, the kind of superhero that like has never had any like appeal to me. I've just never gravitated towards like that kind of a thing. Like, right. But I just don't know much about him.
Hey, one last thing. One character I would love to see. Actually, if they're going to bring any, we haven't even talked about Peacemaker yet. Anyways, we'll talk about Peacemaker after San Diego. But if they're going to bring another character back from that like universe, give me Pierce Brosnan's Dr. Fate. But also I would love to see Red Tornado.
Oh yeah, Red Tornado would be Martian Manhunter done right.
And I feel like that's coming. We got to see his cookies.
Yeah, right.
They're canon. Yeah. They're canon. Right? Yeah. Grumps, I'd love to see a Hawkman movie. I think Hawkman is so like, again, because he's got those multiple origins. Like, it's like he's an alien who gets reincarnated, and he's been getting reincarnated on Earth like multiple times. All that kind of stuff. So like Qatar Hall, correct. Right? So I'd love to see that kind like in a movie. I know we already got Hawkman in Black Adam. I know I'm going to say that with like such disdain and like whatever. But you know what? Like even that actor was like, that was good too. I felt like the JSA in that movie were actually well represented. But yeah, I don't know. Okay. That's it. We're going to talk about Peacemaker after San Diego, and we'll talk about San Diego and all the news that came with it. Hopefully we'll get Jim Lee on the show after San Diego. That's my dream. We'll get him. We'll get Tom King. Maybe we'll get them both at the same time.
And we'll ask them the tough questions.
We will ask the tough questions. Did you really having a good idea for the Hush 2, or did you, or was this a nostalgic money grab, Jim Lee? By the way, you still got it. Beautiful artwork. I read it. Did you read it? I read the first issue.
I've read a couple, the first few issues. I have to get back on it.
Yeah, I'm waiting at this point now. I'm waiting for the trade, but I just wanted to get that first issue to get a taste. And I'm hooked.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's off to a good start.
Yeah, I think so. Well, the first issue it snagged me, and I was like, "Yep, I'm in." Also, DC, it's time for you to make a swimsuit special. Just do it. Just do it.
You got to keep up with the competitor,
That's right. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching. We will see you in a couple weeks. We're going to be in San Diego next week. If you see us there, come by, say hi. Alice will be with me too. So you get the whole crew, which is wild. Also, don't forget there's going to be multiple Mondo drops. Again, today revealed was the 1/6 scale Robin. That goes on sale on the Wednesday. There's that Absolute Batman print. That's going to be going on sale during there at is that going to be at San Diego?
I've already forgotten from the website, but just check out our website. Okay. All the details are there. And
are you guys gonna have anything at the con? That's
we're gonna have stuff. Tune in to Toy Talk, the Mondo Toy Talk tomorrow on the Mondo YouTube channel.
Right.
And you'll hear all the details. So.
It's gonna be big. So thank you everyone. Again, we'll come back, talk about San Diego. We're going to talk about Peacemaker, his cameo, and will he fight Superman? And are we excited to see Peacemaker interact with Guy Gardner? Let us know in the comments, not in the chat. Let us know in the comments after we end this. I'm ending it now as an ending stream. Have a good night.